Hello there, friends. Dr. Zhu here, and I am here with Andrea. Andrea is from America, from North America, and I am from Hungary. So we are sitting very much far apart, but very much close together. So
Yes.
welcome, Andrea,
Uh,
here, and we are
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you for having me. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're welcome, welcome. And we are here, two very brave girls, here in our girls group here for financial freedom for women. And as we promised, and we have been promising that we are going to come here with very important informations for you, two blonde girls. Okay, and so please listen up. Okay, it's not everything the hair. Underneath we have some stuff here, possibly very true. So today's topic is passive income, and we are going to explore this subject. We are going to have 20-25 minutes very quickly to bring you this very important topic for you, and important possibilities. So, Andrea, you have been in business for ages, many, many, many years, like 30 years or so. And I also have been in business for many years and many different businesses. So, if I ask you this question, what is passive income? How would you define it?
Oh, very simple. Passive income is something that you work for at the beginning, and then your work results are duplicated passively, where you don't have to work anymore because your initial efforts passively pay you back eventually in time. So, what is the best way of explaining this? Probably in general, the the public knowledge associates passive income with network marketing, with MLMs, right? Because there, when you're selling, that's active income, right? Because you have to sell something to get compensated for it. But when in network marketing in MLM, you build a team, then your team's efforts are paying off because you built that organization once and it keeps paying you passively, or hopefully it will keep paying you passively until that organization is working. So the drawback of that is that when you rely on that kind of passive income, you're relying on somebody else's work. So it's not really a true passive income. So my definition throughout these years, when I learned, and I've learned a lot from other mentors, so I did not just make this up. True passive income is when your money is working for you, right? So
Yes, yes. So
that's
now
what
you
you
said
have to
keywords.
learn and accept, that it is okay to have money and have money work for you. You're not becoming the villain, or money is not the root of all evil or anything like that. Money has to work for you so you can give back.
Yes, yes, girls, please listen up. Whoever is watching this, remember that society, your mom, your grandma, and all the rest of the family was telling you all differently, okay? So we would like to cancel that thought and that belief in your head that yes, you deserve to make money and you deserve to have your money making money for you and live the lifestyle what you want to live. Now this is a very important thing, that yes, you are allowed to make big dreams and to make those dreams come true, right? So
Absolutely.
yes, and I think we are all living our dreams, and this is why we are here today, to show you something, because Andrea was also led to this possibility to have her money working for her, and so did I. And we all had to accept the fact that yes, there is such a thing, and it is such a thing available for us, and you don't have to have millions to start something like that. So, Andrea, how did you find this possibility, and how did you uh,
Uh, well,
started to
it's
believe in
been
it?
it has been years and years. Like, I'm Hungarian as well as you are. I grew up in Hungary and then I moved to North America 30 years ago. And by default, I had to become an entrepreneur because when I moved here, Although I had university diploma, they said, oh, you don't have Canadian experience, so there is no job for you. So I became an entrepreneur, and I went through network marketing. I went through my own corporation, my own business. And I went through pretty much everything that anybody can imagine, from real estate to investing to putting the money in the bank. And I had to learn a lot. So I invested a lot in self-development. And one of the best ways to explain what is available out there is Robert Kiyosaki's 4-quadrant book. So that simply explains that in the first quadrant, we work, right? That's the first way of generating income. Like, we go get a job, and that's what we are conditioned for, right? We conditioned to go to school to learn, and then after school we go get a job, right? And then we get paid for it, we get compensated. So that's the first one. And then you start elevating yourself because you become too tired of your boss or your colleagues, and then, oh, I'm gonna go on my own and I'm gonna start my own business. So that's the second way of generating an income, when you have your own business. But in reality, when you have your own business, you're just buying yourself a job, right?
Yes.
Unless you are big enough and have enough funds to actually hire employees that can run your business, and you can step back and that business or your employees run the business for you, you just have a glorified job, basically. The third quadrant, according to Robert Kiyosaki's book, is when you have enough means to invest in real estate. And real estate doesn't just mean that you buy yourself a house, or you just buy a house and you rent it out. I mean, that is also an income stream. But here they talk about basically buying multi-unit residential buildings where there is lots of people living in lots of units. And it doesn't matter whether a few of them are empty units or there's no rent coming in, because the rest of the units will pay you the income. When you only have one unit, if that, or one house or one apartment that you rent out, if that tenant doesn't pay you the rent, you're basically screwed. Yes. Right? Yes. Because you have expenses, but you don't have income. So, and when you start investing in real estate, you either have to have a huge lump sum amount that you can invest, which 99% of the people don't, or you have to have really good credit ratings so you can start with a smaller investment and getting a huge mortgage, a huge loan from the bank. So again, it is only a certain type of personality or certain type of background that can afford that. And then the fourth quadrant is when your money, your hard-earned money, dollars or anything, makes profits for you. Now, there are several ways to do that, but again, most of the people are only aware of putting the money in the bank, buying some sort of a bond or some sort of an investment in any kind of bank offers, where the bank pays you like that teensy weensy, maybe 1% a year. So in order to have bigger investments, let's say in the stock market or in the commodities market or any kind of investments where the returns are actually big enough, you have to have a substantial amount, again, to put in. Again, 99% of the people can't do that. So when I came across an opportunity where I can start with a smaller investment amount, that was in the Forex market, right? So there are ways to benefit because, and I'll tell you this, and a lot of people don't know that, when you put your money into the bank will definitely use the Forex market to make money. And in the Forex market, daily, $5.3 trillion worth of liquidity is being traded. So it's absolutely horrendous amount of money that's being turned over a day in the Forex market. So the banks are also benefiting from this market. And very conservatively, you can make between 1 to about 10% a day in the Forex market. Now, imagine the bank makes that money and they pay you 1% a year. So you give them the money, they make trillions of dollars, and they pay you peanuts, basically. So this is an opportunity where people with low investment startup cost can actually make money with, where the money is making you money.
Yes. So a lot of you girls will be asking the question, I know. So how much is that very low, which I can get in? So is this something we can say? And what is the return? How much are we getting a month or a week or a year, or where is it leading us
So
to?
that really depends on your choices, because you can learn how to do Forex trading on your own. The trade-off for that is that you are going to be sitting in front of your computer and you are going to be making those trades. But let me first just backtrack and explain what Forex trading is, because I think a lot of people don't know
yes,
that.
yes,
Right?
Sorry.
So, and let me go back to the point where, without going too much into details, I think when we grew up, we were also told that don't be greedy. Money is the root of all evil. You don't need money. And so, but our parents basically, and our generation, put the fear of money into us. Well, I've learned through all these self-development courses and everything else that it's not money that's the root of all evil. Money just amplifies who you are. So if you're a bad person, money will bring that out from you. So you are going to do everything bad that you can imagine with the money.
Because you're
If you're a
putting the money into the bad places.
exactly.
You
If you're a good person, that money, with that money, you will be able to help give back, right? So you cannot donate to charities. You cannot help the poor if you don't have anything for yourself. How can you pour from an empty cup, right?
Yes.
So this is where we have to shift our minds that money is actually, if you don't have money, you cannot help others. If you live under the bridge and you're the best person and you don't have money, there's no way that you can help anybody because you can't help yourself. So money is a tool for you to use in whichever way you like. But however, if you're a bad person, the money is going to bring that out for you, the greed and everything else. Good people actually give back with the money and help the charities and help all kinds of organizations. They use it for like animals, like anything that they can give back to the society with. So when I came across Forex, I thought, okay, this is good. We do that anyway when we travel. So now you're asking, how does travel come to Forex trading? So Forex is basically the currency exchange market. So it's not the stock exchange, it's the currency exchange market. And the simplest way to explain this is when you go travel out of your country, you have to buy the other country's currency where you're traveling to. So you're selling your own country's currency, and in return you are buying that other country's currency. So that buying and selling transaction is basically happening in the currency exchange market. So this is what banks do as well. So they just do it in such a big volume that they capitalize on it. And you can learn, anybody can learn it. A lot of people are taking this up as a full-time income for themselves because they learn how to do these trades. And Forex market is not like the stock exchange. The stock exchange, a lot of things influence the prices. Like, for example, the price of corn, right? If there is not enough sunshine, if the crop was not enough enough at the end of the year, then obviously the prices are reflecting that. Or if, let's say, the best example now, the cruises, right? Because of the the pandemic, cruise ship stock prices plummeted, like they went down really. So there was a lot of influencing factors with that. Currency prices, like the value of them, yes, they are affected, but the selling and buying is not affected by these outside factors. So if you learn a little bit more about how the Forex market works, you understand that it's not a speculation. It's not like you're speculating something going up or going down in value. It's an exchange that is happening. So you decide how much you want to start with. You can start with a lower amount and then grow it up with the profits. You can start with a bigger amount. So everybody can decide. Now, I am not the type of person who wants to sit in front of the computer and do this. So I found an opportunity where actually there is a company who does this, and I was able to start with as low as $300. And it's growing, it's compounding. So if you don't know what compounding means, then please look it up in the dictionary. And it's just an amazing way of creating passive income where my money is making money for me. So, Joe, this is probably the best way and simplest way for me to explain what passive income is.
Lovely and very, very simple. So thank you so much for this explanation. And girls, very important that you have clarity in your head. And before you go into doubts and shutting yourself off of limitations, this is not good for me, or this is not for me whatsoever, you need to learn, because there are fears. Fears are replacing knowledge. Fears are there for you to keep you away from growing altogether in your life. It's not just on this aspect, business-wise, because if you look at your business, there are many ways and many places where you have your fears replacing the knowledge. And if you had knowledge there, you would be going forward. So this is exactly the same thing right here, right now. And just as the world has changed very differently through these very few, the pandemic years. I don't even like to say that word.
Yeah.
A lot of people changed with that for the better. A lot of companies took this up, how to help the economy. And a lot of people with a lot of good intentions came forward to bring this shift and change, to gap over, to bridge over this economic gap on the world. So it's such a thing exists today. And when last September I met Andrea in an American online course, I found so many people with the right mindset, the right intentions, that this world has really changed, girls. And there are real possibilities on trust and honesty and ethicality and moral living. And that's what I found when I met Andrea, and this possibility. And I did, explore this like for 3 months, inside and outside. And I found that this is no such a thing on the world. This is not like one of a kind or one in a million. This is whatsoever. You cannot, no one can multiply this or duplicate this possibility. It's so good. It's so much good intention and so much love and help and goodwill is behind this. Go ahead, Andrea. You wanted to say.
What I want to add to this is that although there are lots of good opportunities out there, we always have to start with ourselves. And although a lot of us see the good opportunity, but we don't dare to make the move. And that's because we have a block. And that block is from our upbringing, from the society, everything that has been imprinted in our brain. And that's why it's very important to start with ourselves first and remove these blocks. And I think, Ju, this is what you do. And this is how this whole process has to start. It has to start with you guys, right? Because if you feel that, I'm not sure, I'm afraid, and my mom said this, or my husband said that I should not be touching money or anything like that, you have to remove those blocks first, because the opportunity is there. But you have to take the first step. And the first step is always starting with ourselves.
Yes.
And if you start reading or going to any courses, and then you think that, oh, the next course might be the one. No, the courses will just take up your time if you don't. It's like when you're sick, right? You have to you're not treating the symptoms. You have to get rid of the illness first. And in this particular case, what I have learned from my own experience is that I had to get rid of those blocks first before I was able to actually get out of that second quadrant of having my own business and have a glorified job. So
yes, that's very important. And let me share my example here, because me being a coach with this really brilliant program, and I fell into the pit of helping everyone for free. And I had the blockage of asking for money and really believing that money can work for me. So when I removed this quite a few years back, that's when really my economy and cash flow begin, and to have amazing people with amazing opportunities coming into my life. Other than that, I had people who I could help, and that was it. That was it. So girls out there listening, watching, this is a amazing opportunity for you to ask questions. Okay, this is all what I am asking you. You don't understand something, don't step back. That's your limitation keeping you away. Come forward and ask a question. You see, we are blondes, flesh and bone. We are all girls, and we are very, very real. We went through all whatever we had to go through in our lives to come to this position. And why we are here is to show you something, so you don't have to do all that. You don't have to go through all that. And there is an opportunity for everyone, and especially for ladies. You are raising your child alone or children alone. You want to make sure that they go to college or university, or you can give them a very good amount of money for their marriage, to start a life, or you want to buy a house, or you want to pay off your mortgage, or you want to pay off your loan, what you took up for your college or university, or simply you are just like me. You have to have a sustained income for your retirement, okay? Because let's put it this way. If you are a businesswoman at the moment of a time, you have to actually make sure that you generate enough that you will cover a very wonderful retirement for yourself. Who did I leave out, Andrea?
You won't be able to go behind me. I'm sorry?
Who did I leave out from this list of who is this opportunity for? Who is this?
Well, anybody, basically. Anybody who is 18 and older, basically. And it doesn't matter whether you want to have any kind of supplemental income for your retirement because your pension is not enough, or if you just want to buy a new car, right? So you don't have to have huge dreams. You can have small dreams, and
yes.
whatever your goals are, it doesn't really matter. Yes. There's one more thing only that I can say is, and in one of the self-development courses, one of the coaches were saying this is, if you have a bushel of wheat, like grain, right? If you and you have a bunch of hungry people in front of you, if you cook the wheat and you feed the people, the wheat is gone. However, if you put that wheat and put it into the ground and harvest it, that wheat is going to multiply, right? So it's going to keep giving you back. And it's the same thing. Money is the same thing. If you spend the money, right, then you're not going to have anything left. If you invest the money, it will multiply and it will come back to you. And you can use it to whatever you want, because you keep growing that base.
Yes. I have one very important question. Lastly here, I kept this because a lot of people will say, oh, this must be a gimmick. That must be a scam. They want to trick me and take my money and run away with my money. Okay. So I wanted to get this out of the way and put this for you, Andrea, that why is this this possibility is not holding any of that truth.
Well, if somebody is afraid of being scammed, then you need that block removed to start with, okay? Because not everybody is out to scam you. And if that's what your attitude is towards life, then you will always be broke, or you will always be limited with what you can do or can achieve in life. And it doesn't matter whether it's money or not money, it doesn't matter what it is, that's a block.
Yes.
So when you look at you putting your money in the bank and your faith in the bank, and the bank pays you 1% a year, although how much monthly payments you have to make to have that account kept up.
Yes.
Like if I look at my own bank account, if I keep $300 in my bank account and I pay $15 a month to keep that account open, which is a bank account fee, after what, 2.5 years, my $300 is basically zero, right? So who do you really trust? Who is the biggest scammer, if not the banks?
Yes.
So just start with that. Now, if $300 or any amount is not something that you are able to say that if I lose it, then oops, then don't invest. Then you need to go make that $300 that is additional to your expenses that you could live without, right? So I always thought that, you know, if it doesn't take food off the table, if you don't need it for the hydro, the electricity bill, the better place for your money is always a investment where you did your research, you asked all the questions that you wanted, and you satisfied your curiosity that it works. That's all we can say.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter which part of investment you're doing, whether it's real estate or anything else that where you are giving your money to somebody else, ask questions and make sure that the answers that you're getting satisfy everything. But it starts with you. It starts up here all the time.
Definitely, I can second that. And if I may add just one little thing, that look into the company, who are the owners, who are the CEOs, how transparent the company is, how what kind of
let me interrupt you here, because a lot of companies are not going to give you that. Okay, so it's specific, right? So you have, and this is part of the questions that you will have to ask, but you're not going to always have the answer, because you don't know who the bank owner is, right? You know who the CEO you might know, but there's a lot of things that you're not gonna know. So finding those things out is helpful. But even without those questions, you have to listen to the people who are introducing that opportunity to you.
And see their experience,
why they chose that opportunity. And if they satisfy your questions, then that's fine. It doesn't matter what they are, right?
Definitely. Thank you so much, Andrea. Is there anything else? I know we ran over our time by 8 minutes already, but I know that girls will appreciate this. And if there is any guy watching here, any guys, you are also welcome. Okay, don't worry, we are not excluding you from this opportunity. We just wanted to make sure that girls hear from girls this really good story and really good opportunity. Andrea, is there anything else you would like to add as a closure to say goodbye to girls?
All I can say is, if anybody thinks that they have questions, go to Dr. Zhu. And also, even if you think that this is not for you, I think it's worth it for you to find out if you have a block. Yes. Because you don't know if, and it doesn't matter what kind of business or opportunity or anything, what you do in life, it always starts in the mind. So it's very important to, especially in the financial world, to remove that block that was implanted in us. And I think Zhu is the best way to do that, to help you do that.
This is not really a commercial here. We didn't really make this video for that. One thing, it's also an opportunity for you to have a small discussion with me about this. And my closure would be this for you. What are you projecting out from your head will come true. So if you are projecting out survival rate, that I just want to survive life, this is what you are going to get.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you are going to raise the bar, higher, that you are going to get that no matter what. So it's all in your head. So the rest of the other things we are here to help you with. So as a last thing, I'm always closing my videos with sending love from my heart to you all over the world. And thank you so much for being here, Andrea, taking your very, very valuable time for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
And I hope it was helpful, everybody.
Yes.
Bye-bye.